Welcome back to the Reload Bench. On one of my B channels, I did an unboxing and review of MIRA Safety's CM8M gas mask. The reason I put the video over there is because I use this mask at work as a full-face respirator, because that's what a gas mask is. It's a respirator. And I thought it would be more appropriate over on that channel because that's kind of my blue-collar, working-class, fix-it, industrial kind of channel, and I have some work-related videos over there. I'll include a link to that video at the end of this video. However, on this channel, I have a gas mask playlist. So I'm going to be doing some videos with the MIRA Safety CM8M over here. And in this video, I'm going to talk about filters and a potential carrier for this gas mask. So the filter I'll be primarily using at work is the MIRA Safety ParticleMax. This is a low-profile filter that will filter out viruses and biohazards, as well as things like smoke and particles in the air, to include asbestos and metal powder. I'm sometimes around metal powder in the air around our 3D printing machines, so this will come in really handy at work. But I wanted to see if there was something else out there that was similar to this, something that was comparable. I found a filter that's just a few dollars less that might actually be made in the same factory where this is. Now, nowhere on the label on the ParticleMax does it say made in Israel, and nowhere on the box that this came in does it say made in Israel. But MIRA Safety has products that are made in the United States, the Czech Republic, and Israel. And I found an Israeli filter that looks very close to this, although the specs are not quite the same. So I thought I would go ahead and compare the two here in this video. I placed an order with Amazon, and they sent this big cardboard bag that's got some filters in it. And while I was shopping, I looked around for a potential carrier for the mask, and I'll be talking about that as well. All right, so let me go ahead and open up the bag. I'll just pull the tab on the flap. And there are two bubble wrap packs. They're the envelopes that have the bubble wrap built into them, and the flap that has the self-adhesive seal. So they've wrapped these things up really tight. There's a barcode and a part number on here. It says Israel P3 particulate filter connects with, and that was it. And it says they're new, so they're in new condition. Additionally, tightly wrapped in a clear plastic non-reclosable bag is something that may or may not be large enough to be a gas mask carrier. Off camera, I cut the bag open. The filter's in there. Nothing else in the bag. The filter has a taped seal over one end for using. Open the cap, and then a seal on the other end where you thread it into the mask. So it looks similar to the MIRA Safety filter. The profile might be slightly different. They could be the same filter, but I can already tell, looking at the vent on the filter, the MIRA Safety vent is much bigger. I'll go ahead and pull the tab here and just break this taped seal and open it up. Took the tape off with it. You can see there's definitely a difference in size in the vent. And then I'll unscrew where the threads are, and I'll unscrew the cap on the MIRA Safety filter. Putting them side by side, they're about the same height. So the color's the same, the labeling kind of looks similar. And on the Israeli filter, it says Imperatech or Imperatech by Supergum, and then it has the supergum.com website address on there. SPG P3R. And then it's got a part number. It says particle filter, and it's got a bunch of different kind of labeling that kind of looks like just NATO stuff, so that anybody can read it. Kind of like what you would see on an SDS or something like that. The MIRA safety says ParticleMax P3R particle filter, has kind of the same stuff on there. Now the MIRA safety ParticleMax has an expiration date. This has a shelf life of 20 years, so it must have been built last year because it expires in 2044, and I purchased this in 2025. That's a shelf life of 20 years. That doesn't mean once it's opened, it's good for 20 years. On this, it shows that it was manufactured in... Oh, okay, this is the expiration date. So this expires in a month because today's August 31st, and this says 10/20/25. So I've got the month of September and somewhere into October to use it. So about a month or so. So these were probably manufactured 5 years ago, because I went to the Supergum website to look at the specs, and it said that these have a shelf life of 5 years. So these are a few dollars cheaper on Amazon than the MIRA safety filters. But I think if you're planning on buying extra filters and storing them, that you're probably better off getting the ParticleMax. If you're just trying to save a few dollars because you just need a training aid or something else like that, this one might be a good choice. The other item in the package was a new military issue sustainment pouch. This is Coyote Brown. It's made in the USA. I'll include a link to the Amazon page for this pouch, as well as links to the Amazon page for the MIRA safety and Israeli issue filters, and the Supergum.com website, where it gives the specs for their filter. So let me go ahead and just open this clear plastic bag. You see there's... Oh, okay, it's all folded up. Oh yeah, this is bigger than what it looks. So there's 4 MOLLE straps on the back of this, and there is a tag on here. Eagle Industries Sustainment Pouch. It's got the national stock number. And there's a QR code for those of you that are into that. So it looks like it's in new condition. It's got a snap. Everything's in Coyote Brown, so it's got a nylon strap here with a plastic snap, and it's got one of these pouches here that you can adjust how much you want to open it or close it with the string, with the little plastic push button lock. So I can push it in, pull it tight, or I can push it in and release it and pull it back and open it up all the way. And there is a, probably won't show up on camera, there is a drain hole down in the bottom in case water gets in there. So let's just see if the mask will fit in this pouch without any filters. And it fits just fine. Now let's see how well it fits in there with one of these Israeli particle filters on there. Now the mask can be used with 1 or 2 filters. And I want to try it with 1 filter first, just to see how tight of a fit it is. And it fits. All right, let's try it with 2 filters. So I'll go ahead and pull the tab, break the seal, unthread the cap. I'll remove the plug from the other side of the CM8M. So I actually had to grab it with my Leatherman wave and gently twist it counterclockwise. I got more leverage with this multi-tool. Don't want to break this because I can reuse this if I need to. I'll just unthread this plug. Now this is a lower profile filter, so some of the larger filters might not work. Let me see if I can get this all the way in there. I've got the drawstring all the way open. There's some flex to the mask here. I don't want to break anything off. All right, just working it back and forth. Once I got it through, yeah, there's plenty of room for it. Now pulling it out quickly, no, that wasn't too bad at all. Putting it in just takes a little bit of work. Twisting it around, and I'm trying to not to get my fingers all over the inside of the visor either. So I put them on the back of the headgear here. That should keep me from getting too many fingerprints on the inside. I don't want to do that. You can see there's plenty of room. You can push in the button on this plastic lock here, pull the drawstring, and it snaps shut. So this sustainment pouch from Eagle Industries would work as a gas mask carrier. MIRA Safety also sells their own carriers for their gas masks. I believe they come in 3 different colors. I'll include a link to their website showing the different carriers that they offer. But I kind of wanted something that was a little bit more issue. Just trying to see if I could get something that was mil spec that would fit. And this does the job. So as far as the Israeli issue particle filters, for the few dollars that you save, I don't know that I could recommend them. If you found some new ones, they've got a 5-year shelf life versus the MIRA Safety ParticleMax with a 20-year shelf life. Even if you got filters that were a year old like I did, still got 19 more years I can store them. So I'm going to say that the MIRA Safety ParticleMax is a better value. Otherwise, this made for an interesting video just to do a comparison between the two. Thanks for watching.